Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast. I didn't realize until I went live how mash up I look because I was at a show. Shout out to Savage. I was hosting the show and I'm kind of mash up people. But we're here. The show must continue. Manchester United Spurs show. Chelsea obviously Spurs losing to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge again, 1-0. Surely it's the end for Ange. Surely it can't continue. More losses than wins for Spurs. I believe they're sat in 14th, 15th place. You got the Spurs fans booing Ange Postecoglou's decisions in regards to the substitution. Sarr then goes on to score. He then cups his ears like he's Hulk Hogan at the fans. Obviously, the goal then gets ruled out as well. In regards to Manchester United, they ain't much better, even though it's slightly better. Manchester Derby coming up as always, but please keep all your comments, all your questions. Manchester United, all Tottenham Hotspur related people. But as always, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Hit that like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. The reason my voice is like this is because I was hosting the show, so it's kind of hoarse. But we're out here, people. Again, share across all the socials. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell as well. The rest of the panelists will be here, but we have one of the Dons in the building, my G. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite Spurs fans in the building. Man like De Niro is in the cut. Yes, fam. What are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, man. Come on.
Blessings, fam.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Get me. But yeah, Bun Spurs though, but we're live, man. Get me, man.
I just said off straight, yo, Buns. I just said straight, yeah, Bun Spurs. You know what I'm saying? That's the Spurs fan. That's crazy. That's crazy. I just said Bun Spurs. But you know what? Let's start there, De Niro, man. The Chelsea game. Chelsea won. De Niro, Chelsea won. Tottenham Hotspur 0. Talk to us, man. Thoughts on the game overall?
Hey, stinky, bro. Couldn't even get out our own half, bro. Can you imagine, bro? That man didn't. I can't even recall to you a time where we actually had like a proper chance, bro. I couldn't even tell you. There probably was, but I can't remember, bro. I couldn't even tell you. But Son, I can't lie, legs gone, bro. I don't know, can't beat his man. I haven't seen my man beat his man since the Champions League final. In that time, maybe he's done something since then, but I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. You lot are gonna bring up your stats, do whatever you want, don't care. Won't see it anyways. Brennan Johnson. Yeah, bro, I can't lie, bro. I'm done, bro. Nobody can give me verbal. There's nothing you lot in the chat, you lot that watch at home can do to me. I'm past gone. You know when like he starts off as an innocent guy, you know, he's got emotions, and then he hits the roads and then he just turns into an absolute gunman. That's me right now, bro. I don't give a ice cold. Man doesn't give a toss, bro. I'm basically Hitman, bro. Whatever is it, number 7 or they call him or whatever number, bro. That's me, bro. So right now, yeah, man, Son, no legs. Flipping Udogi, oh my gosh. Hey, man went from best left back, bro, to left back, bro. That's how I compare it, bro. Best left back to needing to get left back, bro. This guy is a absolute A. He was having a stinker yesterday, bro. The amount of misplaced passes, bro, that my man did yesterday, I couldn't believe it, bro. Especially in the first half. You need to go watch that game again if you didn't see it. Man was having absolute stinkers, bro. Man was giving misplaced passing. Man was doing missing 5-yard passes and passing it off the pitch for throw-ins. I couldn't believe it, bro. I thought I was watching Sunday League football, blood. So there's dark right now, bro. Like I say, him stinker, bro. As for the midfield, oh,
Talk about it, fam.
hey, yo. It's dark, man. Like, look, the midfield again, once again, Madison, ghost, bro. Nowhere to be seen. Stinky, you understand? Absolutely dead. As for the rest of them, usual story, bro. Dead. Bentancur's the only one that kind of shows some type of, but like I say, for him, he just works with what he's been given. I don't expect him to do more than what he does. He's not even really like a holding midfielder as well. Like you
Mhm.
get, in my opinion, he's more to
Yes.
me. He'll be better in a club where he can obviously stick in like a eight, or you get me, something like that to
He's
me.
being more offensive. It's more
Yeah,
attacking. Like, it's
you
more
get
attack
me.
minded duties.
This is
Mm.
it, bro. Because we seen it when we played against you. Was it last season when we drew? Did we draw 3-3? I believe. I can't remember, but I remember he had a good game. He scored
Mm.
twice, or was it something like that? And obviously he had a good game, and now he was playing more offensively in that game.
Mm.
So like, I feel like the position we play him in isn't even really correct. But yeah, man. The midfield as usual, stinky, bro. Odebear, chai, yeah, yeah. Odebear, well, obviously I rate Odebear in it, but bro, he shouldn't be a starter. But because our bench is so dead for right wingers, you get
Yeah.
it. It's just his peak, so he's there. But he had a stinker yesterday. And then, yeah, man, the defense, I don't know what drugs they were taking. I don't know if man were eating Burger King before they stepped on the pitch or what was going on there. But yeah,
Mm.
but I remember the first minute, bro. Like, yeah, man. Van de Ven, who I normally rate, stinker. You
Mm.
understand? Vicario, I mean, made some good saves, to be fair. And yeah,
Mm.
bro. As for the manager, bro, yeah, get him out of here, bro. You understand? And Chelsea did what I knew they would do. You understand? Pay some power against us with this stupid high line, bro.
Mm.
You understand? And that's what they did. They abused the line like they
Mm.
always do against us. Could have got way more goals than what they got, but they have stinky players like the Jadon Sancho I've been telling you, man, about for the past 2, 3 years. And yeah, bro, like, bro. This is it, bro. So, like I say, Tottenham, bro, we did. It's not that, in my opinion, Chelsea played the coldest, but they popped us from start to end, bro. That's the reality of the situation. If we got a draw, it would have even been unjust, in my opinion, innit? Where Chelsea have just been, they was pressuring us for the first minute. We made Enzo Fernandez look like he was the B-Tech Lionel Messi, bro. The guy is dead, bro, and the guy was running the whole midfield. Caicedo,
Oh, you don't rate him. You don't rate
nah, man, he's
Enzo.
dead, man. Nah, he's dead, man.
First, first.
Yeah, I can't lie, bro. You see me, bro. Yeah, there's certain players, bro. They're dead, man. Like you see, I had an argument with somebody literally yesterday about
Oh, right.
Bruno Fernandez, and all these type of players,
Mm.
and Enzo. They're all in the same category, bro. Man, when I talk about stats and that, bro, their stats is dead to me. Enzo, first of all, has no stats, so I don't know why they even brought stats about my man. And then as for Bruno Fernandez, I can't lie, the stats are just capping to you, bro. The guy stinks, bro.
Talk
Man, don't
about it.
watch the full game. Man, just talk about, oh yeah, Bruno scores goals. He's if it weren't for him, United wouldn't be where they are now. Well, yeah, says a lot. Your very team. So without him, you would have been like 20th, but still 13th ain't any better, bro. You
Facts
get
is
me?
nothing
So
to be shouting about. Nothing to
yeah,
be a
bro.
shout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. So obviously it's stinky, like I say, like Enzo, yeah, bro. Like for Enzo Fernandez to be running man's team like that, safe. Moise Caicedo, like obviously has always been a baller, so that's why I'm not really talking on it because he's always been a baller, their most consistent player in their team. And like I say, yeah, Enzo stinks, and we were just getting bored off the park, bro. You understand? Like this is it. But one thing I will touch on is the Sancho thing, bro. The guy stinks, bro. Been telling
Talk
guys
about
about this
Sancho
guy.
because he's someone who has been a heavy
Yeah.
topic of conversation, like very much so. He has been mentioned a hell of a lot. What's your thoughts on Sancho?
Bro, I've had arguments with people about this for years, bro. I told everybody this, and whether you like it, you can say controversial statement, but I'm not one of them fans that cares about man nutmegging man 5 times and not scoring no goals, bro. I don't care about that, bro. That's all he does, bro.
I
Nutmeg
love
man
how
five.
matter of fact you are, you know, fat man's
Bro,
like, yeah.
yeah, bro, man don't care about all of that, bro. The other people are like talk about this thing about, oh yeah, I like football how I like it, but I don't care, bro. Me, I'm here to see man score goals and win games, bro.
Yeah,
Man
yeah,
ain't doing that. He's not done that
yeah.
at United. Man can talk about he didn't get the opportunity at United, bro. There was enough times he came on the pitch and still didn't do certain things. Showed
Mm.
some glimpses, but it wasn't enough. Man's
Mhm.
come to Chelsea and the truth has arisen, bro. You understand? This guy stinks, bro. The guy didn't even get past Jed Spence once, bro. And don't tell me, and if you lot try, I was arguing with somebody again about this.
Yeah.
1v1s. How are you gonna tell me that a 1v1 is my man doing a little skank, driving into the edge of the box and shooting, and it's not even hitting target, bro? That's not a 1v1, bro. That's the easiest thing a baller could do. Bro, just literally just try to cut in and cut in again. That's not a 1v1, bro. You're just trying to shoot. And he shot and where did it go? You get me, bro? The one shot that he had a chance to score that he should have buried, he didn't bury it, bro. And that
Yeah.
was and that's the reality, bro. And that one a 1v1. So, but the guy stinks, bro. I told man that Callum Hudson a day is better than my man, bro. I can't
Damn.
like that's a controversial statement, bro. I've always said this, bro.
Yeah.
Better than my man, in my opinion, bro. It's just because one does twinkle toes at Dortmund and the other one is just more of a pace merchant. But the
Yeah.
reality of the situation is the little 5-star skiller, bro, skills and then goes back again and then passes the ball and then skills. Bro, man are talking to me about flicks in the box. I don't care about no flick in the box. Where did the flick get him, bro? And then this is the funny thing. I know
As he broke up for you lot, or was it me?
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, go on. You're back, fam. Yeah, yeah, go on, go on. So you
One
mentioned the
sec,
two
bro.
tones. Yeah, yeah. Oh, good. No stress there, but you lot run up the likes as well, man. Run up the likes and the subscribe button. Oh, good.
Hello, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You're back, fam. You're back. You're back. You're back. They'll be back in a second. You lot run up the likes and the subscribe button. Yo, De Niro, hilarious, man. You know why? Because man is just so matter of fact. That's why. Man is just so matter, like just straight to the point. Like you know exactly where you stand with De Niro and his thoughts, yo. Man's just like, yo, dead baller. I don't care if man's begging man
Sorry,
5 times,
bro.
yo, get me goals and assists and win me matches. It's all
Yeah,
good,
bro.
man.
Sorry, my
Go on,
bad,
carry
bro.
on.
This bro. Man got really interrupted there. Sorry, bro.
That's
So yeah, man. What was I saying? Boom. Yeah, bro. The guy just skilling man 5 times and doing twinkle toes, and man wanna tell me that means he's a ball, bro. He's not a baller, bro. I'll keep telling man this all the time, bro. Don't be comparing ballers just because man can do a couple nutmegs and that, bro. That's dead, fam. You understand, bro? Man want guys who are gonna win games, guys who are
yeah,
gonna score me goals, not dribble 5 times when they beat their man and then go to try dribble. It's not FIFA Street, bro. So, like I say,
uh,
with my man, he stinks, and everybody who disagrees with me, I couldn't care less. But the facts are in the writing, bro. It's all there for you to see. Yesterday, if you can bring me 7 clips of him doing something yesterday, and when I say doing something, I mean doing something that led to something happening where they actually scored a goal. And you can't, and I know you won't be able to do that because they only won 1-0. Why, lads?
mm.
So. Yeah, man. Whoa, this is it, bro. This is it still. So yeah, Jadon Sancho, bro, you stink. Callum Hudson a day is better than you. That's the reality of the situation. Elanga's done more than you. You get me? In your last in your time at United and Chelsea, Anthony Elanga's done more than you, bro. I just want you to know that and understand.
Wow.
And that's the reality, bro. You see me, bro? I'm here for the pace merchants. I'm here for the guys who are the bro. I don't care. If you're a 5-star skiller, you better be like Neymar, bro. Where I see you affect the game, bro. If you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like Neymar,
yeah, yeah,
then I
yeah.
don't want to see you doing no skills, bro. You understand? Man, I don't want to see all that dead dribbling and all that's the bro. If that's the case, then Anthony's a baller, bro.
Mm.
You get that's no, that's the truth, bro. Because look, put it like this, yeah. Everybody disses Anthony, yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk about it.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Everybody
Yeah,
disses Anthony,
you're
yeah.
right.
But
Yes, they do.
Anthony does the same thing this
Yeah,
guy
he does.
does.
Anthony does
Literally
that.
does the same
Watching
thing,
Anthony
bro.
does the same shit. Yeah, Anthony is like drop the shoulder and and cut
This
back
is
and
it, bro. He does
shimmies
the
and all
same
that.
thing. Does the same thing. But the difference between him and Anthony is that one is actually just got no first touch, now he just shit. And then the other guy's actually good, but he just doesn't, I don't know, he doesn't know how to produce it when he's
Yeah,
on the pitch. Like I'm not even saying he's not good, but the thing is that the reason why I say dead is because when it's time to produce, you're dead. So it means that you are dead. But you
you
may
are.
have the ability to, you should have, you've got all the ability to not be dead, but what you're doing is dead. It's the same thing I said with Amari Hutchinson, yeah. Amari Hutchinson Academy was ripping it up, but first team, bro, he's dead, bro. You get
Yeah,
it, bro. No, the 1 year and them are younger than my man, and have stepped into a bigger team into Arsenal, yeah.
mm,
And they're performing, so there's no excuse, bro. I don't that man's not hearing it, bro. There's no excuse, fam. If that man can perform, Lewis Skelly and them. then why can't you perform? Doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me. That's me,
No, you
bro.
right. Yeah,
That's me, man.
that's why you here, man, because you this is super honest. And speaking of super honest, yes, Jez, what you saying, family? You good?
Yeah, yeah, always on, man.
Yeah,
Always
man. I
on.
don't know how much you caught of what De Niro was saying, him giving
No, I can't lie.
his review of the game. That's what I'd say.
No, that's okay. I can't lie, man. I was just watching some football comps in it. So it's
Oh,
lovely,
no
yeah.
problem, no stress. Oh, no stress. Yo, De Niro, anything else you want to add in regards to your
Oh yeah, I was just reply.
on the
I want
game
to
itself?
reply to the comments.
Yeah, of course, man. Feel free.
Bournemouth, yeah, Willian's better than him still. Gara. Yeah,
Damn.
Gara. Willian's way better than him, man. Carl, I'll take Willian over Jadon Sancho any day of the week, bro. You understand, bro? Jadon Sancho stinks, man. This guy will come Tottenham and start doing silly things. Just start moving late, bro. If he came Tottenham, he'll be another Tanguy and Dumbele, bro. I'm telling you this now, bro.
Damn.
I'm showing you, bro. Them man there that just, bro. Do you see where it's like all that dribbling and then you don't do nothing, bro?
Dribble,
It's
dribble,
like,
dribble.
bro, bro, that's bro. You see me, bro. Even when I play go to play football and that, I hate playing with guys that just over dribble. There's a thing about
Yeah, there's no
dribbling.
worse than that, man. There's no worse
Bro,
than that. There's
you
over
get me,
dribble.
bro. Man can't, bro. Where's the Iniestas and them, man, bro? Man are just bringing me FIFA Street footballers, bro. If you want to play FIFA Street, go to Baller League, bro. Don't be playing
Bro,
in
I
Premier
even
League.
pass the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate you. Like,
Come
yo,
on,
just
man.
pass the ball.
Tired, bro. This is it, bro. Like I say, bro, if them man there need to go play in the Baller League, bro, they will look better there, bro. There's more dribbling and jinky stuff. You can go play with PK Humble and them, man, bro. Do you get it, bro? Come on, man.
Man said the
Hashtag,
jinky stuff. And yeah, your thoughts as
hashtag
well, De
United, though.
Niro, on Ange. I mentioned it at the start. Obviously, Ange
Mm,
getting his substitution getting booed because he took off Bergwijn for Sa. Sa
mm.
didn't obviously scoring the goal, which is just a lie, but him cupping his
That's
ears
so,
to the
my bad,
fans.
my bad.
Thought it was all good, just yeah, thoughts on that. Ange cupping his ears to the fans.
Yeah, bro. The guy's on crack, bro. And it's alright. And it's alright, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The guy's on crack. I don't know how you cupped your ears. Do you know how stupid that is? To then cup your ears and then to look like even more of a donut because them man, the goal didn't even get allowed. So now you're gonna have that clip of you cupping your ears and you're gonna go home and man are gonna say, what a dickhead. Your wife is gonna look at you and think you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. You just embarrassed your whole family and bloodline by what you just did there. Now your ancestors will see that later on because you did that. Do you know how stupid that is, fam? Man cupped his ears to the same fans that you're trying to win games for. Yeah, dumb. I don't care how much fans abuse man or do whatever. If you're the manager of a club and you're doing all of that,
Yeah.
I can't lie, it says a lot about your character, bro. Yeah,
Mm,
you understand? If you can't handle things like that, bro, you may as well not be a manager, bro. You understand?
mm.
Man, think because you. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Talk about it.
guy came from Australia and that thought it was gonna be an easy thing. And then people, I'll go back to that comment. I don't care about the context of how he said it. Man said, "Oh
Mm.
yeah, my second season, I win things." My brother, G. Bro, you see that statement, yeah? People are acting like he was forced to say that because he was answering the question. He could have
Yeah.
said, "Listen, you could." Even me, I would have gone into that and been like, you know what?
Mm,
Usually it's different. It's different. This is a new league, so I just got to test it out. Now you could have
mm,
answered like that. No, you
yeah.
decided to say, "Yeah, my second season, I normally win." Yeah, in Australia and that. You get me, bro? Not here, bro. You
Mm,
understand? No manager can just say, "Yeah, I've won it." Even guys like Pep, bro. When man came, bro, I didn't hear man making stupid statements like that, and he gets asked some mad questions, bro. The guy chooses not to. I've seen Jose Mourinho walk out of a conference because man asked him a dumb question, bro. So if you're not happy with a question or you feel like it's something you don't want to answer in a certain way, don't answer it, bro. No
yeah,
one's
facts.
putting a gun to your head to answer the question. And then you've continued to go in these press conferences and talk rubbish. You've entered the pitch and cupped your ears. And you know what makes it even more dumb? You cupped your ears at 1-1. You're an idiot. At 1-1. Oh yeah,
You know what's
you're
crazy?
well.
Surfer said the same thing on the watch along. He was like, it was an equalizing goal. It
Bro,
wasn't like it was a winner.
at 1-1, you're cupping your ears. You're stupid, bro. You understand, bro? Sack the guy, bro. The guy is a wellad, bro.
I think, I
Bro,
think, I think everybody was thinking that when that happened. that it
Your
was like
man
1-1.
cooked
And
man
I
equalizer, you
didn't,
know.
I didn't watch the. Obviously, I didn't watch the game, but when somebody said that, or when the tweet came up, I said when I saw the tweet when somebody
Uh,
reported it, I think it was Czech Pitbull or something,
Mm.
and then my reply to that was like, "Yo, it was 1-1." So I think
Exactly.
like everybody had the same reaction of things. Like, I didn't see anybody. Yo, I got this was that was you know what, that was probably the funniest moment. Like, because obviously I'm in the GC and Spurs GC, and I can't like the whole 90 minutes. We just having full bandsman,
Yeah, bro.
a full
But
bands.
that's Jacob's guy though. I can't lie. Sorry, Jacob.
Who?
I had to send that shot. Sorry, my bad, bro. But that's your
I
guy
think
still. That's your guy, bro.
Jacob, like I said, man, like my issues here because I feel like people give trying to like I don't have an issue towards I say from my point of view, you know, that I don't have an issue with people wanting to like to believe if the manager can do it or not. But my biggest issue, and I said this to Flores yesterday, is that even like most of the fans want him gone in it, but there's still some fans that still want him to stay. But even back in January and February and like March, you could have still made the decision to let him go. And I'm like, I'll be honest, I'm more worried about the fact that um you letting you only know, like I said this because this week it only came out that report about managers, like even Fabrizio today on the YouTube video mentioned Marco Silva and Ariola as managers. So it took only this week to start make them people who making the decisions when it comes to sacking the manager. It only took them till now to realize that things wasn't gonna go get better. That's a bigger issue. Like we can sit here and say, I told you so, I told you that, but in reality it's like people upstairs should be more proactive when it comes to realizing, yo, it wasn't going to work out. I think most of us are surprised that we are still struggling, even with guys coming back. So I'm asking the question, like, when I cannot be surprised, if engineer is not surprised, why are they not? Why are they just surprised? Then? And I can't like I
Yeah.
said this yesterday. I said it yesterday on the NBA podcast. Everybody's saying because of the Europa League. I think there's major cup. If you ask me personally, man. Even for PT tie, Europa League. But I'll be honest. I think Europa like you cannot be form by 17th in the league, and the only thing that's keeping you in the job is the Europa League.
yeah.
Did man say the
But
Europa
and for me,
League?
this is what they're trying to say, innit? And I think it's a cop out, bro. I think it's a cop out, bro. Like for me, I genuinely think they just don't want to pay him out yet. I
The
think I've just
Europa League.
I think they're waiting for him to come out because then they have to pay him less for not being in the Europa League and sucking him.
The
If you ask me
Europa
personally,
League, bro. I should even just
bro,
punch my screen, bro.
but
Man
see, but
said
that's what I'm
the
trying to say. But this is
brother.
what I'm trying to say though. But this is what I'm trying to say though. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not even saying. I'm saying that this is what's coming from the football club,
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Do they
and this
think
is
this
what I'm
guy's
trying to,
gonna win?
bro.
Bro,
This is what I'm trying to say though. This is what I'm trying to say. But this is what I'm trying to say though. Like this, like man, we can get, and this is probably one of my biggest issues. We can all have a go at the player and the manager, but the fact that the ownership thinks that, or the people who make the decision to let the manager go, think that everything is depending on the Europa League. Considering how the season has been, I can't lie. For me, this needs to be a much more bigger talking point, which I think people are not having. I'm saying, like obviously, rightfully so. Everybody has to go on the managers. Everybody has to go on
Yeah,
the.
just quickly hold that thought before you continue. Hey,
Oh,
big up
yeah.
to Saeed for the raid, man. Shout out to Saeed, that's my bro. Make sure everyone who's joining over from the raid, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button here. United Spurs Show. Keep your questions United or Spurs related. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed TV if you haven't, of course. That's my bro right there. But big up everyone joining us.
Why haven't you not?
Go on,
That's a real question.
exactly that. Go on, Jess. Carry on, carry on.
No, but like, bro, like it's like we 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 sitting here having the same conversation all over again. I'll be honest, I'm not even talking about the game because I don't really care. I didn't watch the game. We lost. On to the next game. So I don't. I have that's literally all my first chat. But yo, like who are the people who are making the decisions at the football club right now, and what is their thinking? Because I struggle to believe it's only because of the Europa League when statistically we are literally 17th in the Premier League. Statistically from 2025 gone. I've seen managers getting sacked before finals, 6 days. And you want to
Yeah,
tell me that we can't? So, but you tell me all of a sudden the Europa League when we're not even like, when we're like 2, 3 rounds away from the final, anything makes a difference. I'll be honest, it doesn't make sense to me outside the fact that there must be financial reasons why, because they don't want to pay him more when it comes to sucking him. I'll be so real. And I think that, and if that is the case, I can't lie. The summer past Ange will even be worse. I'll be so real. The fact that they happily, the fact that people at the football club are happily willingly, because again, they can sack him at any time. They could have sacked him today or yesterday, technically no, and nobody would have been mad. But they're willingly sitting here, keeping in the job because apparently because of the Europa League. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to believe that. I'm struggling to believe that. I think this is crazy. I think it's a major cop out. I think it's a major cop out because what you tell me? No, all of a sudden, yeah, if you're gonna go out here, if you're gonna go out for Frankfurt, all of a sudden, then there's like what 6 Premier League games to go. Now it's the time to sack him. No, it doesn't make sense to me, bro. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I'll be so, and for me that's a bigger, that should be more of a bigger talking point, which I think everybody needs to be having. That the fact that we're letting the season, the way the season has been, go just because we're still in the Europa League. Fuck all that, bro. Like we see managers being in the Champions League still in the round of 16 and getting sacked, and you want to tell me that Europa League is all of a sudden like, bro, I'm not the greatest maths man, but this is obvious when I put the calculations together. Something is hella fishy. I think the football club is trying to be cheap, regardless of how shit the football club has been this season. They're still trying to be cheap till the end of the day, to the end, to the last moment that they have to
you
be.
reckon it's a money thing? What's your
I
thoughts
think it's a
on
money thing, bro.
what's your thoughts on Ange cupping his ears to the
But I
fans?
couldn't give. I'll be honest. I couldn't give two monkeys, bro. I'll be real.
Facts.
Like the reality is everybody knows he has to go, man. Everybody knows that. So for me, and I think he knows he's gonna leave anyway. So he's doing what he can do. But this is a bigger problem. So he knows he's gonna probably be gonna get sacked at some point. He is obviously now on his behavior. We can call it a joke thing. I think it's a joke thing, but the fact that this is going on and the football club thinks, no, let's keep him around because we're still in the Europa League apparently. It's like they're actively trying to create a toxic environment. And I think this is a big issue. Like I said, that's a big issue, and I think people have to have these conversations about how bad the ownership's actually seeing this. Because if it was me, if it was me, he should have been gone in February. I don't know who's gonna come in, but they figure it out after that one. And I'll be real, everybody's screaming about wanting to get Areola, Thomas Frank, Marcus Silva. I'll be so real. I don't think it's gonna be as straightforward as people think it will be. The fact that they behave in the manner they're behaving right now. Imagine the trying to get the Marcus Silvas, the Areolas, and the Thomas Franks. Because I'll be honest, people saying, why should they come to Tottenham? We pay managers. Managers gonna come if we pay them money. So that's not necessarily an issue. But I'm concerned about if they fuck up those 3 targets, and these 3 targets are not even attractive to me personally. I don't even get excited for those. Like I'm like, cool, whatever. But if they fuck up those 3 targets, which I think they most likely can do, it could look peak, man. It could look peak, man. But again, like I'll be honest, I don't really have any new thoughts. Outside Ange needs to go. And the ownership needs to fix up. But obviously, we're not going to get neither of that at the moment of time. So, what's really new? What's that really new to discuss, bro? Like I'll be honest, like there's nothing new to speak about. Honestly, like we had
any questions you
potential.
have, feel free to get in. But nah,
Yeah, like, exactly. Like at this point, it's like these shows gotta be people because I don't watch the games in it, so you gotta. So if man have questions, then cool in it. But I'll be honest, like I'll be honest. I found it just more shocking that Chelsea just couldn't score more than one goal. But I was told in the start of the season that look at all the ballers in the front of the attack, man. Look at all of the ballers, man. And these dudes couldn't score one more goal. Then it's kind of crazy still. But hey, man, I don't know. I don't have any much to say to be honest after that. To be honest. I'm banana.
Nah, that's it. I hear you,
Yeah,
fam. You lot continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. You all know the vibe as it is.
I call it the biggest. I call it the biggest. Like people saying
Come,
the biggest. People saying Ange's a disgrace. You know what's a what's you know what a real disgrace is?
come.
That Nintendo are putting the Nintendo Switch games. That Nintendo Switch games to like 80 pound, 80 pounds, 90 pounds now, and the physical
That's
copies are
outrageous.
90 pounds.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm not just
that's a bigger disgrace. Bro,
Switch 2
for a
euros.
Nintendo, for a Nintendo game, bro. Are you kidding me? I
Yeah.
mean, that's a major disgrace. I'm sorry, bro. That's a major disgrace.
Yeah, I hear you. That's fair. Then Don C says, big up Don C says both to De Niro and Jez. Did Spurs let Ange down or did Ange let Spurs down?
He let himself down.
Hmm?
He let himself down. Like you can't be performing this bad. Like if you could have said, if you would have been like, if you would have sitting eighth, seventh, ninth, even, I probably say the football club because this is ironically where I expected us to finish this season at the start of the season. Like I didn't have us top four, but the fact that we are sitting down near 14th most of the season, the fact that from a form table we are sitting like 17th. Now I can't say this is the club. The club is still a disgrace. Don't get it wrong, but it's definitely him. Definitely him.
First, De Niro, what you saying?
Brother, they can all burn together, man. Bro, man said, did they let this down, my brother? Hey, don't see my guy, bro. There's not let down one another. They're all part of the same cartel, bro. Ange will get sacked today. Them man will still be drinking beers in the pub the next week, bro. They're all together, bro. So yeah, bro. You see where it is? They let us down, both. They let the fans down, both.
I
You get
agree.
me? The club continues to let the fans down and the manager let the fans down, especially from when you cup your ears like that, and you didn't even count as a goal. You complete lad. So yeah, bro. Like I say, bro, it's the club and the manager that let the fans down, man. It's a shame. But this is Spurs, bro. It's been like this for a minute, bro. Because, like I say, people need to wake up and smell the coffee and see the fact that this is an ongoing thing. You understand? We've had so many managers who actually win stuff. You understand? And all of a sudden they come Spurs and they don't win nothing. And man want to use excuses like, oh, yeah, when he came, he wasn't doing this, bro. These men are winning trophies at other clubs, bro. And man can't win nothing. Come on, bro.
The funniest part is like even look at all the managers that left us after Pochettino. Like even if you don't rate them, they have done some sort of like they have done all of them have done better, even if it's not a lot better. But you can see that at least their conversation to win trophies or put
Hmm.
themselves in a good situation. Like look at Jose, he won the Europa. I think the Conference League or the Europa League, either one of them two. I think the Conference League. Conte can potentially still win the Serie A, and Nuno's obviously, in my opinion, been the Premier League manager of the season, and he's bringing Nottingham Forest back to the Champions League. I'm not saying that Ange's gonna do much better after he leaves us, but it would be a crazy indictment if he leaves us and he does something wherever he goes in like a top five leagues and does something wasn't expected of him then with his new team. It would even be a bigger indictment on him considering how bad he was with us this season. So it's like the theme stays the same, but the theme also stays the same at Tottenham.
Yeah,
So it's
I just
kind of
want
like this. So it's like it's on the fans to start realizing this that obviously we all know that the guy needs to go, but it start realizing that after he leaves, something major has to change.
I just want to say Eric Dyer is about to win a major honor, bro. Just
Yeah,
let you know that. I just
yeah,
want man to
bro.
understand, bro. The guy's about to win a major
And
honor.
the funny part is, bro, the funny part is the guy's playing actually well for Bayern.
Yeah,
He's been actually good as well.
You guys have been
yeah.
playing well. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like, I've been watching. Like, he's been actually like I don't think he's been actually bad for Bayern personally.
You can
Like
get
he's
coached, bro. This is the thing. You can get coached as well to be better. And then obviously, if you're playing around good players that are around you, that Bayern have certain players that are good. I'm not saying all of them, but there's definitely a quality of players in there. Well, your level will get upped, bro. But when you're dead and then you're playing around dead guys, you're only due to be deader, bro. You
yeah,
get me, bro?
100%,
It doesn't make sense.
100%.
Eric Dyer and Ben Davis and all these guys together is a calamity, bro. It's a calamity, bro. So like I say, The guy's about to win major honors. It's dark, bro. I swear. Has you probably know?
Yeah,
Has
they're
Emerson
wrong. Yeah,
Royale? Where's Emerson
they're wrong.
Royale? Chicken
He's
Royale.
he's a
Is that my life?
AC. The
Has
he's a AC. Yeah, the what's it called, the cup again in mid season when Concert Cell came in.
see? This is it, bro. Chicken
Yeah.
Royale. You know.
Well, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's like this is why. So like people like this is the crazy part about it. Like people come at me, pause, and say like stuff like, why am I like so nonchalant when it comes to like talking about this manager, considering how bad we've been. I'm not nonchalant because like I'm not nonchalant because because I still have hope that he can change things around. No, it's like it's more so the fact is that I'm tired. I'm just at the point where I'm like I'm just tired of getting to a point where like I get excited the manager's gone just to know the next manager is gonna be the on some same bullshit again. I can't get excited for that no more. Like I can't get excited. Like I did it with Conte. I thought with Conte was gone. Okay, the football club is gonna go in a different direction. They're gonna try
Yeah,
something new,
before it was
and
gonna
then
be a step in the right
yeah, like
direction.
trying and then actually yeah, instead of going away like well, we tried every single manager. We tried the unpopular guy. We tried the young guy. We tried the winners. Nothing is working, and and everybody still is like in the same mindset of like get this guy gone and everything will be better. Like, what's to guarantee that Ange goes and like things will get better when Ange goes? Like, look, we're in the fucking gutter, but things will get better, 100%.
Hmm.
But what is better in terms of like, it's like just because then next season we what eighth, seventh, sixth. Is this what makes Tottenham fans happy then?
Hmm.
Like, and then are you happy? Are you gonna be happy if we're gonna come next season here and we finish in like eighth, seventh, and then people sit here and say it's an improvement because we're not 14th no more,
No.
and we like to be happy about it. No, I'm not gonna be happy. Bro, I've seen this team be consistently finishing in a Champions League spot. You've seen this team trying to compete for a league title, and even back then, we sat here saying it wasn't good enough under Pochettino. So what makes you think then that Marco Silva or Thomas Frank can finish in a Europa League, Conference League spot, and think that makes me happy? Fuck no, bro. That doesn't make me happy. Yeah, there's an improvement because we're not 14th no more, but we still a laughing stock because we don't win shit and we finish in a European spot. Like I said the other day, we are Brighton, Fulham, and Denmark now these days. It's like we're trying to fight for European spot and trying to get European money, and then we go from there. This is what the achievement these days feels like. But
Hmm.
that's way not good enough for a football club with the resources, the promises that was being made when the new stadium was built, the players that you had even at some point. Now, bro, I'll be honest, I can't. Yes, we can be better next season with a new manager, but what is better? Better finishing like eighth, seventh. Is anybody gonna clap their hands because we finished in seventh, sixth? I'm not.
Hmm.
I think that's still poor, but that's the reality. People's gonna eat that shit up, thinking that this is good enough. In my opinion, it's not good, nowhere near good enough of what it should be. But I guess maybe it's just the stand. This is the standard now at the football club, innit? That like it's all about sustainability, trying to be safe, not trying to make, not trying to go with everything in your power to trying to win anything. So
Hmm.
yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll be real. I don't know,
No,
but yeah,
first. And shout out to Aaron Talks Astor says big up flawless. TJ speaks very highly of you. Seen your content before, too quality. Hey, big up, man. Always good to see new people over here. Shout out to my guy TJ. Make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV as well. So yeah, just we'll stay with you. Sure.
yo,
Yeah, when I know you mentioned it about Ange and him not being sacked because they don't want to pay him out. So surely he gets sacked. He can't be here at the start of the next season. Surely.
no, he's not gonna be. He's
Surely.
not gonna be. He's not gonna be here next season. I'm like very
Mhm.
like they already like when you know Propitio's talking about the new managers names.
Yeah.
He's definitely gone. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely gone. Like I don't being seen here, but this is the problem. Why are we talking about by the end of the season? Realistically,
Yeah.
he could have been gone weeks ago, and nobody has to complain.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the real conversation that we should be having. Not that we've seen fans fighting against each other about should the manager stay or not. Fuck all that. the real conversation should be why the football club hasn't actually sacked him with their own brains. They're using their own brains, realizing that things are not going well. But hey, man, hey, if I speak, man.
Yeah, that's fair. Did all you saying? Like, surely he's not the manager come the start of the next season. Who do you think the board go and get? Forget who you lot would actually want. Who do you lot see the board going to get?
I don't even know, bro.
I
Because
think they're
obviously,
gonna try for. I think they're gonna try for Ariola. I can't lie. If not, Marcus
Mario,
Silva.
they're gonna try to go get. Okay, first.
bro, if they bring Marco Silva, I can't lie. I'm not watching a Spurs game until ever again, bro. I can't lie, bro.
But I can't even lie. I'm not planning to watch any games next season. Anyways, I'll be real.
Bro, I'll be real, bro. If they bring that guy, bro, I'm not watching a Spurs game again, bro. There's no way you're telling me that bro is gonna win man something, bro. It's impossible, bro.
Nah, but bro, these are the names. These are the names, bro. These are the names, bro. Marcus Silva, Thomas
Bro, we
Frank,
may as
and Ariola.
brother, just listen. Look, put Ryan Mason there, bro. Yeah, so we can get relegated, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, hopefully these men get their act together, and then we can get a Saudi influx like Newcastle. I know I'm dreaming, but yeah, get a little Saudi influx like Newcastle and move from there. Because at this rate, just we may as well fly to Saudi and start seeing what negotiations we can do and try to be the middlemen to get a deal, bro. Because this is ridiculous, bro. Man are out here talking to me about Marco Silva, bro.
Oh, bro,
And
this is
you
the
just,
reality, bro. This is the
brother,
reality, bro. Like I'm telling, this is what I'm trying to say to man, bro. This football club is a mid-table club these days, no. This is
you
what
know
it
what it
is,
is?
bro. This
Gee,
is
do
what
you
it
know what it
is.
is? Should I be real? Yeah. If you actually look at, do you know what I've realized? I'm even aiming my gunshots in a different direction now. I've actually
Yeah.
started sending gunshots in a different direction. It's
Mm.
the
Yeah,
age, the demographic of fans that Spurs has, bro. These age man, these 1960,
man.
1970 man, 1980s talking about, oh yeah, Spurs have won this. Brother, you man ain't even seen a Champions League and you're talking to me about Spurs have won this. And if Spurs did win the league, it wasn't called the Premier League, so it doesn't matter no more, man. You
Bro,
get it, bro.
nobody care. I'll be honest.
No
I said
one,
all the time. People get pressed. People get pressed here about like Spurs have no history here. I'll tell you this right now, yeah. Yes, we have history, but nobody gives a shit because what's in the fucking 70s, 80s, and before that.
brother,
No,
bro,
but no,
go
bro,
check. I lie.
we're in 2025, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we seen Leicester in more recent times win something than Tottenham.
Bro,
That's the reality. That's the reality.
the cabinet has spider webs in there, bro. Deep it, bro. That
Oh,
thing's got spider
they,
webs in there.
they got the you know how they say in the Old Trafford they got referees under the stadium, bro.
Yes,
This
bro.
was this, bro. They got the skeletons of like old Spurs players back in the day. This is
Bro,
what
just take me back to the time when Musa Dembele was here, man. That's what I know, man. That brother was the
oh,
only light that I seen in the tunnel, and we didn't do nothing when he was there. But bro, this is it. Bro, Spurs, look, at the end of the day, we've seen this time and time and time and time again. I don't know why we even get angry or stress ourselves.
I don't get angry no more these days. Like I'm just talking. Like if I sound angry, it's just because of my German African accent. I'll be real. Like
Okay.
bro, you know the African uncle here in the bus here or the auntie here, like on the phone. She's not angry. She's just talking normally.
It's just
Like
chatting
oh,
and
man, that's
it just
you know,
sounds well.
everybody thinks angry. Nah, they're just having a conversation. That's really what's going on.
Nah, bro. Do you know what makes me angry? It's the fact that I'm surrounded by lads down the road,
Damn.
surrounded by
Damn, I didn't know.
them man there,
I
bro.
apologize. I
They're
apologize.
local, bro. They're local, bro. Every day, bro. Man are asking me when you meet a new guy, what team do you support? Man has to just be silent, bro. Because if I open my mouth, bro, I'm due to get cooked. It's dark, man. Got guys like Prime clipping me and that. My own brothers clipping me. It's dark, bro. It's a dark time right now,
Right,
bro.
bro,
So
man. Brian's trying to get the bread, man. This is what he's trying to do these days.
Clips
He's
channel,
exactly.
selling all these.
people, Sarcasm City TV, you already know the vibes.
Bro, he's selling all the Monday man for the clips. I see you, Brian. I see
Yeah,
you.
man. But this is Spurs, bro.
Sure,
Yeah.
right, man. Like I say, Sarcasm City TV Clips YouTube channel coming soon, people. You don't know, you already know what it is. Me and Prime spoke today, well, yesterday, technically now. sort that out as well. And Jez, I'll let you clear this up anyway, because I know you just be running jokes on Twitter. But KD asked about, where was it? I can't even find it. Did I even start? I didn't even start it. But mentioned about, yo, Jez, why do you want Ten Hag as the next Spurs manager? So I'll let
Well,
you
I
clear.
can't lie. I
Go
can't
on.
lie. I actually find it super hilarious how many people actually think I was dead ass when I said I want to.
Talk
Bro,
about it.
people, bro, like, if you guys don't, if you got, I feel like some of y'all be following me only like, this is the funny part. Only the people that thought that I was serious about it are people who haven't followed me on Twitter for like that long enough. Like, bro, I use Twitter. I'm on Twitter, yeah, just most of the time speak about white woman, Asian woman, black woman, basketball, and bugs. And wrestling too, so, to be fair. That's literally what I do on Twitter. So, bro, like, don't take it, like, even if it sounds serious, most of the time, not even serious, man. Most of the time. Like, the other day, I think I was tweeting about how, because I don't know what's going on in South Korea, man, and or in the K-pop industry, but everybody wants to become, I don't know what it is out there in the air, but I've been seeing some crazy things, and I've been tweeting about some things as well, and it's just like, nah, man, I'll be honest, like, I'm like, most of the time I'm just trolling on Twitter and just having a good time, and like, it's social media, man. It's social media. But who do I want as a manager, though? I couldn't give two monkeys too, bro, because the manager's there. Because it doesn't matter, bro.
That's why I asked you who you think they go for, who you think they go
I
for,
think they're
right?
gonna go. I think they're gonna go for. I think they're gonna try to go for Ariola.
Mm,
He might not come, and if it's not him, I think it's gonna be Marcus Silva.
mm,
Apparently, and again, I don't know how true that is, but apparently, Marcus Silva himself, there's like agent talks or something trying to push for Tottenham.
mm.
But I don't know how true that is. Like, I saw it on Twitter, someone say that, but yeah. But if you ask me, bro, I'll be honest. I couldn't give two fucks, man. Like, next season is just another season for me at this point.
That's fair.
I couldn't care, man. I couldn't care.
Hey, you lot, we're still over 160 people in the building. We're only at 40 likes. Let's double that. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's double that. Let's go up to 80 likes, people. Hit the subscribe button as well. Roll to 15K. We're closing in on that also. I think we're like 250 away. Subscribe or something like that. So we try to reach 15K before this month is out, people. So we got the month of April to do that. Make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV playback as well. Anything else you might want to add in on Spurs in regards to that?
Fuck no. Like,
Yeah.
fuck no, man.
Yes, I get to this.
Just another game, man.
To Michael from Poland, who says, Flawless, how much suffering do we need to go through to get this fraud and sacked? Worst loss percentage in our entire 143-year history. I think he'll be gone by summertime. He'll be gone. There's no way come the start of next season he's Spurs manager. I think you know what, Jazz, I think is onto something. Surely it's solely money. They don't want to pay him out. Whatever. When does his actual deal run out?
I think he has like 2-3 years or something left.
Probably that then. They don't just want to pay
Hold
him
on,
out.
let me check real quick.
Yeah, maybe they just want to force him out. Maybe it's that.
The contract. One sec.
Maybe it's that. He's got 2 years in his
He has a contract. Yeah, he has
maybe.
two. He has 2 years left. He has 2 years left. But you know what it is? I think it's like a clause where, like the further he gets in the Europa League, the more they would have to pay him to get him to if they want to sack him. I think it's like I think there's some sort of clause in there where they have to pay him more as long as he's still in the Europa League. And if he's out of the Europa League, it costs less for him to get out of the football club.
Yeah.
And I think that's super poor. That this is how we want to decide if the manager should be at the football club, but it's just it's leaving what they say these days. Leaving
Leaving is real because that can be the only reason.
It's the only reason. Like it's the only reason. Like it's the only reason. Considering when you go through past behavior, but we sacked Nuno after like 2 months into the season. We sacked Conte when we were still fighting for Champions League spots. And Joseph was still also fighting for Champions League spot, even though things wasn't great, but we were still fighting for Champions League spots, and we were still in a cup final. So that's what I'm trying to say. But now, of a sudden, they don't want to sack a manager that is doing worse than all of them together, and we're not nowhere near close to a final. Nah, I'll be honest. I think the Europa League is generally just a couple. I generally believe that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. Yeah, 16 losses in the Prem. Spurs are lucky they ain't bottom three. 16 losses is crazy.
Bro, that's what I'm
Can't
saying.
even-
That's what I'm trying to
can't
say,
even-
bro.
Oh,
That's what
no
I'm
stress
saying.
now. Has got to go for a walk. We'll be listening. Hey, man, big up to everyone, man.
Hey, man,
We'll
have a
talk
good
to
walk, man. Hey, be careful out there, man. There's some weird people out there, man. But
He'll be,
be
he'll be,
careful.
he'll be, he'll be all right. Hey,
I was just, nah, he's gonna be alright, but I'm just saying, man, that there's like some weird people these days, man.
yeah,
You just be
KD
walking
says
them
pray,
out.
pray for Madrid. That guys, that's all I have for this point. Hey, at least from a Spurs fan perspective, you'll see Arsenal get packed up in the next couple of weeks. See him get
I
packed up
can't lie.
on
You know what this
Tuesday,
year?
packed up on Wednesday. Yeah,
You know what this year? Obviously, this might be
man.
just literally me, man. But I'll be honest. I haven't actually found any sort of enjoyment in football, even when my rivals do shit. I'll be so real. I just don't. At the moment in time, I'm generally just being basketball and baseball these days. Like I barely even watch football these days.
Can't lie.
That's
When my
tough, man.
rivals do stuff, I'm around. A
Yeah,
man's not
De Niro,
going
yeah,
nowhere.
man.
You know
I'm
what I'm
here.
saying?
Respect to De Niro, man. De Niro,
I know
we'll go there,
you are
man.
around. I know you are around.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Thoughts on
outside.
the Gabriel injury? Obviously, he'll be missing for the rest of the season, so he won't play the 2 games against Real Madrid. Arsenal got a slim chance. Talk to
I
us.
tend to training. I tend to training methods, man.
Talk to
Hey,
us.
bro, listen. Man, them down the road. Don't see TJ Warren, man. My brothers, man. Hey, listen. Like I told you, man, anyways, from early, man. Obviously, I'm mentioning these, man, but these are the more realistic Arsenal fans. But they're going to hold the wages of the rest of you lot sins. So, bro, put it like this, bro, yeah. You, man, first leg, it doesn't matter. You think, like, I'm going to say this like I said on Sarcasm City TV the other day. You think Durian Wood and Cauliflower and them man are gonna be able to hold it down against Vinicius Jr. and that. Yeah, you man. Hey, I'm telling you now, it's a long day for you, man. Even if I said this as well, even if you man win the first leg 1-0, the second leg, bro, it doesn't matter, bro. You're gonna get cooked. So even if you get gassed and do what you did when I think it was a while back when you lot, I think was it you beat. I can't remember. Was it? I don't know if it was it
Oh,
Barca. I think that it was even way before even the Bayern thing.
oh,
Was it Bayern?
oh dear.
Ah, cool.
Uh, it was Bayern because before that they were just in the Europa League the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, probably buying in it. Well, anyways, you man were getting gassed about being somebody in it, yeah. And the reality is, the truth of the matter is, it never came to fruition, bro. So, like I say, boy, you man are gonna learn the hard way, man. And when you learn the hard way, I'm gonna be around, bro. You understand? And when I'm there, you lot know what happens. I'm a shameless Tottenham fan. My team is dead, but I just need you, man, to understand that your team is dead as well. I always use the same analogy. When two dead things walk in the rave, it doesn't matter if one's better than the other, they're both dead things. So, like I say, you man are part of the dead thing community, just with a little bit more style to yourselves. That's all it is, bro. So, understand
Hey,
that, yeah, you man are dead, bro.
you know what though? You know what though? You know what this? Because you know there's know them. And see, and this I was saying because like obviously I know Don C has been trying to get to me for saying this, man. But like,
Yeah, bro.
like, but you know the man that like even if the girl's dead, they still want to be with the girl because they just want to have like a moment. Just for the like, even if they don't know, even if there's no one of them was when you wake up the next day and realize for your sins, but in the night you didn't care. So
Mm.
I'm just sitting here saying like, hashtag why not can't they do that? And I was like, why can't they not defeat Real Madrid? To
Um,
speak to me, man. Why can they not? Why can they not defeat Real Madrid, man? Because I'm trying to like people think I'm trying to gaslight, but like, yo, I'm just trying to give hope. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian in heart, bro.
um,
I'm
Arsenal
trying to give
fans
hope.
are
Why
hungry.
can't they?
Arsenal
Why
fans,
can't
yeah,
they?
are the boyfriend, bro. That you get me. Their thing cheats on them every
Oh
week,
shit.
but then they choose to their thing cheats on them every week, but they choose to ignore the red flags and continue to stay with that thing. That's literally what Arsenal fans are, bro.
yeah,
Your your
Arsenal fans, those are
your
the ones.
thing's a gaslighter. You understand? Your thing's a gaslighter. She gaslights you into thinking you're gonna do well, and then boom. That's how she just goes, opens it up and frees it up like a stripper, bro. It's fucked. So yeah, man. You man stop twerking, man. It's calm in it. You understand, bro?
Into that.
All that. All
Same,
that.
same. Doing your best Spurs impression, bro. You understand? Somebody said something the other day. If I can remember what they said on, it was crazy what they said, bro.
Yeah.
On Sheet TV, bro. I need to find it, but
It was
I'll bring
deep.
it next week. But they said something about you lot that was dark, bro. Talking, it was to refer to like blue cheese or something like that. But I can't remember the full quote. But I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it.
Nah, that's fair enough. I
Yeah,
think don't
bro.
see why you say fuck me for, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you say fuck me for? What did I do?
Don't see is don't see. I realize don't see is not really a supportive person like that. It's kind of crazy.
Yo, we super not supporting, super not. I just be here asking questions to see what's what, man. Like it's crazy work. It really
Don't say.
is. On the Manchester United front, like just mentioned with Spurs, there ain't really too much to say. We got the Manchester derby coming up.
Man
It's
said
bragging.
29 stone. Bro, you know what's mad, yeah?
That's crazy work. Go
But
on.
she's still getting what she wants, blood. You understand? You see what your one is? Your one is you man ain't getting nothing, bro. You man are just there sitting at home waiting for your girl to come home and she doesn't come home, bro. Until the next morning, bro. Sorry. I just had to put that in there, sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good.
Arsenal, man. Dark.
But yeah, with what's it called? With United, as we were saying there, quick to people, like just mentioned with Spurs, ain't really too much to say. It's bragging rights, Manchester Derby, spoil the party. Hopefully they don't finish in the top five, but other than that, it's all eyes on Europa League for us. The Premier League season's been over. That Premier League season's been dead. That's why even my last match reaction, I was like, end the Premier League season. It's been over. There ain't really too much to say. I'm tired of the Premier League. It's all eyes on the Europa League. All eyes on the Europa League. Can we do anything? I don't know. I seen reports, it was earlier on today, well, yesterday technically now, stating that Mano could be on the bench for the Manchester derby. Or get him and Ahmad back because our attack stinks. Our attack is championship level. Take those two out of it. Our attack is bad with them just because it's solely on them if we do anything. But like you take Ahmad and Mano out of our attack is championship level. It legit is. It is so bad as a unit. Yeah, you got Zerx who can do something, Bruno who can do something, but the rest, the likes fucking Ganacho, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. End the season. That's
Hey,
pretty much.
life of a content creator, man. You're forced to watch it. That's probably the beautiful thing about when not being a content creator. I can just like skip the games and there's no care of the world, man.
Yeah, like there ain't nothing much to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Like in regards
Bro,
to it, yeah, just get through. Yeah, go on. Go on,
deep
yeah.
how bad our teams are that but I just hope people in the chat realize and how bad our teams are that we're all sitting here even finding what to say about these dead clubs, bro.
Right.
These man are
Bro,
so bad. Bro, these
I'm
man are
telling you,
so
what's to
bad.
say, bro?
Man, them are just saying, man, them are, had to even refer to cooking Arsenal because these men are so dead. Bruno Fernandez, you Bruno Fernandez. Let me even go in on
So
this,
you
bro.
talk about it,
You
fam. So
Bruno
John.
Fernandez bandits, bro. I can't lie. You man don't know no
Hey,
ball,
hey,
fam.
hey,
No,
don't speak on my don't speak on my hero like that. Be
Bro.
careful.
Bruno, he's my hero because he's at United, bro.
That's
But
I was trying to say,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Don't
no,
speak
no,
on my
you know,
hero
he's
like
my hero, bro. But you know what it is, bro? Like these Bruno Fernandes bandits. Let me say it properly. Bruno Fernandes bandits, bro. Yeah, bro. You man need to understand that there's levels to this football thing than just stats, bro. You man are here using stats to back your point about my man. But anybody, you know what the thing is with Bruno Fernandes, yeah? It's not that he can't play football. You understand? There's a reason why certain men have made it and got into the position they're in. It what people forget is when a man can actually every player has certain attributes that they're decent at, well, good at doing, let's just say, innit? Apart from Garnacho, but the rest of them have decent attributes that they're good at using, and apart from Hoyland as well. But look, the attributes that Fernandez has is that he can shoot, you understand? And then he's got a long range passing, which is kind of still dead, but he can shoot at least. So what you're gonna get from him is if you do put him in the position in front of goal, he will score. If you do put him in the position to get a little 5 yard assist, he can do that. You understand? If you put him in a position where you're playing against a team with a high line and he hoofs the ball from his half into their half, yes, he will get the assist. But the
Yeah.
problem is within the whole 90 minutes of how many times the guy gives the ball away and spends time just complaining at the referee rather than actually touching, kicking the ball. It's crazy, bro. And you want to talk about stats and that. Go watch the game. If you know ball, you won't be telling me that Bruno Fernandes is a baller. The same way man crucified James Madison, bro. Man would crucify this guy. You man say that without him, we wouldn't even be doing what we're, brother. You man are in 13th. So you're basically saying without him we'll be 20th and you're happy that you're 13th because my man's there. You're stupid, bro. You're just talking absolute rubbish, bro. Like it doesn't make sense to me. And then another thing, bro.
Talk
Look,
about
this may be I don't know what the talk has been because I haven't been on socials for a second, yeah. But this Amarim thing, me personally, with every United fan that's screaming the Amarim Mount thing in it, man disagrees in it.
talk
Because
about why.
before man came in, bro, we knew this. I've sat on here and spoken to bare fans. All the stuff that's happening now, man knew this was gonna happen, bro. That I don't understand why it's all of a sudden just a surprise. Man's losing certain games. Man's doing this, brother. It was always going to happen. And don't give me, oh yeah, it's because we with Ten Hag was doing better than my man, brother. The guy's coming. Did exactly what you lot have asked him to do. You wanted a man that plays the same style and doesn't change. Man's done that. You man are talking about, but the players, you don't understand why he's playing certain players. All right, cool. Since you man know better players, go find me the academy players you want him to go and play and bring them on the pitch.
Mm,
Because I don't understand that thing. If it's different now, it would be different if you're telling me maybe he had like three options that were on the bench, yeah, that
yeah.
were better than the players he's playing now.
Mm,
Bro, they name me nobody in United's fan base can name me three players that are better than the current players that are playing on the pitch now. And I understand people say, oh, but an academy baller will do well. Brother, there's something called wages, bro. You
mm,
understand? There's clauses in man's contracts. Certain man, I don't know the clauses, I'm not, so don't fight, shoot me, but I know that certain man have to play, regardless of what he thinks or not. Unless there's another player that's within there that's already on a contract that they can play. Garnacho plays because bro, who else are you more time what you're gonna play flipping who else are you gonna play in his position? You can play other guys, but it's
yeah,
gonna
with
be the
Bruno,
same it's
yeah,
it's not
those are
it's not
there is,
gonna change nothing, bro.
yeah,
You
with
can
other
swap
there is as we've seen, but yeah,
You know,
him
you
that's
know,
yeah, you
you
can
know,
swap Hoyland, yeah.
exactly what fucking
You
Haaland
can
exactly.
swap Hoyland. You can swap Hoyland. When Hoyland was in Atlanta, well, he wasn't even playing striker like that, bro.
Mm,
You can
nah,
try that, try different stuff. But my thing is, regardless of swapping whoever you want to swap, do whatever you want to do, play the academy players. You man ain't gonna do nothing, bro. It's the reality, bro. Ten Hag's thing, the reason why Ten Hag got trophies or whatever, bro, that point of time, we've spoke about this numerous times. The league was in a mutter, bro. Dead. Bro, bare teams were dead. Chelsea were dead. They're not the Chelsea that's performing now. Spurs was still dead and have been dead, bro. You understand, bro? Bare of the top teams were dead. Liverpool were dead. You understand?
mm.
That, bro, when Ten Hag was in tenure, bro, all these teams were dead. You understand? So when now, man,
I kind of disagree in that aspect because I think the league is still kind of the same.
you think is
I'll be
what?
real, but I think it's kind of the same though. Like,
Nah,
of
bro,
course,
I don't think it is.
for example, swap for example, like so, like obviously Chelsea wasn't here. Chelsea wasn't there last there in those 2 seasons because like they're out here fighting mid table. But I'll be honest, I don't think the league was much better. But that's an excuse. That's me saying that Amrin is like doing a bad job. I'll be honest. But like you know what football fans are like.
Mm.
Football fans are the biggest hypocrites in football. Like one moment they be saying that we want to have somebody come in and just play this football, and then we figure out things next summer. And then when things don't go well, they backtrack on their words. And so it's like football fans are just hypocrites when it comes to that. But I'll be honest, I don't think the league was much better. Me
Do you know
personally,
why I
I
say
think.
that?
Yeah,
Should
go
I
ahead,
tell you
go
why
on,
it's
man.
better? Should I tell you why? Should I tell you why the league is? It's not even better. Should I tell you why it's more competitive? A bit more now, a little bit more than before, because the lower league teams, yeah, the lower league teams are picking up results. Flipping, what's
Mm.
the Ipswich the other day? Picked up a
It's
result
such
that
a
no one expected them to pick up. You understand? There are certain teams, even though they're still dead, they're picking up results against bigger teams, in it. And majority of the smaller teams, they've got players in there that can play in it. Whereas before, when Ten Hag was there, I can't lie, bro. In my opinion, bro, the smaller teams, they'll pick up results, but not like how this season where bare teams are just picking up results randomly, innit? And that doesn't mean the league is better, but it does mean that certain teams have gone and strengthened in certain areas to be able to go and pick up certain results, innit? And certain
No,
teams
heard of.
but what I do agree is this, yeah, is that with the league isn't any lit. It's just that them teams are just strengthening in certain areas. That's it. But like with the
Yeah.
Ten Hag, the main point I was trying to make is when man are doing this stupid Ten Hag Amarim comparison, but it doesn't matter, bro. Like, gee, it's
No, I
one
agree there.
season, bro.
I agree
It's
with that.
literally one season, bro. Like Ten Hag won something in the season, bro. God was on his side. Thank the Lord. You know, like that, bro. Listen, dude, bro, you can't do nothing about it. Now this guy's here. We're talking about you man want longevity, yeah? That's what I've heard United fans complain about for ages. That's why they complained when Ten Hag won them two trophies. Man weren't really grateful like that because you don't really care. You want man to have the longevity and see that your club is going into a higher spec Champions Leagues, winning Champions Leagues, back to that era of winning Prems and Champs and competing, yeah? That's what United fans want. So, bro, with Amarim, bro, yeah, like I say, it's one season. Let man just marinate, bro. Next season, let man buy certain players, even if it's three or four, and then from there, let's see what happens. And you can't say. I heard people saying.
Oh,
Lastly, my last point was that, yeah, but if he can't do it with these players, he's still gonna have to keep some of them next season, brother. Let man do that because next season you're still gonna sell certain man regardless. Certain man are gonna leave, bro. It's not everybody that's gonna stay. And when certain man leave, you bring in certain man. So let's see what happens when you bring in those replacements for certain guys. And then from there, you get me, but we can move from there. And if you don't bring no replacements, then yeah, chat to the Glazers, innit? You know, like that, bro. Chat to the
Well, I can't.
the
Glazers, man.
Glazers, yo. What the
I can't
Glazers?
like if there's someone that's not going to be good, man. I mean, even if there's a good someone, because like, bro, like, you said it like that, man. Like, bro, a lot of people are onto him. I kind of like part of it. I hear it, to be honest. Part of it, I hear it, but then also part of it, obviously, I do think you gotta go and you gotta go again and fix things in the summer, innit? But
Mm,
that's the reality of sports now these days, man. Like next season, like he's gotta start off with a bang, personally, if you ask me, innit? Like he's
yeah,
how do he's oh sorry, I'm playing for a manager. But no, what I was saying is that Kyle Lyman is one of them ones, man, where I feel like he's doing like I don't think I think it's been a write off this season and everything's literally on the Europa League, you know. But
Fair.
in the same time I feel like he how do I say it? He just he just has to I feel like he has to start off well next season to convince people because a lot of people are not convinced. Some I think is a bit crazy in terms of what people are saying, but then some of the criticism I did see, I do think is fair. So I feel like you need to start off the next season with like a convincing manner. Like it was kind of like that was kind of like my remit with Ange going into this season, for example, where I said last season wasn't necessarily great. So what's even more important is then start next season than was just this season with a bang, which we didn't do, and then you see where you are this season. So I think that's the most important part that somebody like an Amrin has to do next season. Is like you just have to start the season off strong.
Yeah,
Next
Amorim does. He definitely does. Like he's definitely on the clock with that. That's why I'm not like to De Niro's point why I'm not. You're like, oh, why are you not him? Like Amorim out and did because I understand the fucked up situation he's in. Even though he should
yeah,
be doing better, I understand the situation that he's in. So therefore, I go, okay, I will at least give you a fair chance to fail because you haven't had any. You've signed two players, one senior player for being really real because Heaven's a youth player. So I'm gonna at least give you a summer window to at least try and get better. And then if you do get better, it's like, oh well and good. Plus, I don't trust that board to go and select the next manager. If they get rid of Amarim, they have fucked up
that makes two
twice.
of us then.
Yeah, horrifically. You got it. So even though Ten Hag wasn't their appointment, you fucked up that so much to the point that even Ratcliffe came out and said that was a mistake. So that's a horrendous mistake. I say this all the time. When you're at Manchester United Football Club or you're at Spurs or you're at a Big Six club or a big club in Europe, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, AC Milan, etc., etc. There's mistakes and there's monumental fuck ups. You are at a point where you're in a job you cannot afford monumental fuck ups, even though it isn't life or death. It's kind of like Just there's difference between regular jobs and jobs where people's lives are in stake. So, for instance, if you work at Asda and you make a mistake, it's not really that bad. But guess what? If you're a pilot flying a plane and you make a mistake, guess what? It's that bad. That's the difference. When you're at Spurs or Manchester United or Arsenal or Chelsea, you are making monumental mistakes. And to get that so wrong with Ten Hag, and then you bring in Amorim, who you've identified as your guy. So, and it's gone even worse. So if you now get rid of him, it's like you're 0 from 2. And it's really bad. Like it's shocking. Like it's real bad. And then you have to go and identify the next guy. If he isn't a back three manager, then that changes all your targets. Because Manchester United have been identifying players for back threes. So we have, when we're looking at centre backs, we're looking at right-sided centre back, left-sided centre back. We're looking at wing backs. We're not looking at full backs. And yes, most wing backs can play full back, for example. Most 10s can probably play as a winger. Most pivot players can play in the pivot, but there is a difference and it's fine margins. So if you're signing a left-sided 10, you could probably play. Most left-sided and right-sided 10s could probably play as a sole 10. But you're asking him to do slightly different role. And it's fine margins. So if they do indeed get rid of him, it's like, you fucked up. I don't trust these lot already as it is. Because they should be trying to identify targets now. All right, we're bringing in wing backs. So then if you sack Amorim, you then go back to fullbacks and you got a whole heap of players that the next manager can't use to the fullest. But we'll see, man.
They just have to, whatever happens, like, they just have to give them a summer where, like, the targets are just right. And then from there on, going onwards, whatever happens is done on him, innit? This was like, if you put him in a situation where, like, the conversation after the window is like the window was like a 5 out of 10. It's like, you can't find yourself in a situation like that. And you know how easy it is for fans to overrate windows. Like how many times Daniel would know, like how many times all fans would overrate a window and then at the end of the season say, this window was this poor, but the window was poor already. So it's kind of like, it really has to just bang, to be honest. It just has to.
And to summarize, as Flawless, have you seen the bullshit with the Glazers about building a new stadium for their NFL team? It makes sense because they focused on their NFL team. But one thing is the recruitment. But it's like, to me, like, who mentioned it to me? Sai asked me about it and was like, do I think like the Europa League, potentially winning or not winning the Europa League, impacts Manchester United's spending power? And to me, they should be on that now. Manchester United should be dependent on, if our transfer window shouldn't be shifted or dependent on if United win the Europa League or not. You should be identifying targets from now because everyone knows what we need without doubt. So you should be looking at, all right, this is who we're moving on. These are the positions that need to be filled in the team, whether it's first team or as a squad player. And that's what it is. Everyone knows we need a goalkeeper. Everyone knows we need a goalkeeper. Everyone knows we need 2 central midfielders. Everyone knows we need at least 110. Everyone knows we need at least 1 striker. At least. Now, that's the bare minimum. At least. So it's on the board. They should already be, it's April. They should be looking at that now. Us, what Manchester United do in the Europa League, where we finish in the league, should have no bearing. So we win the Europa League or don't win it. We finish 9th or we finish 16th. You lot should have identified the targets. You lot should have identified it, but we'll move. A big up to Samurai as well for joining the membership. You just became a sarcasm citizen. Much appreciated. Fire emoji, smoke emojis for Samurai in the chat.
Big up,
the problem with Amorim is he took the job mid-season. If I was Amorim, I would have left it after the season. He could have gotten better job offers. And here's where I blame the board for that. Because me and Troops was having this discussion when he was talking about Amorim and what he's done and why you have faith. And I'm like, that also lies on the board. Because if Amorim was doing a great job and Manchester United were flying, the board would be getting credit for that. But it seems because Amorim's struggling and results have been terrible, they're getting off scot-free. No, you're a part of that. You're a part of this piss poor season. For everyone who told me about the start of the season, about structure and all this absolute nonsense, look how it's helped us. We got footballing structure, we got footballing people, yet we're going to have our worst ever league finish. Comfortably. Worst ever league finish, worst ever goals return, easily. Worst ever win rate, easily. Easily. Comfortably. Without question. No, your bottom half finish, because we ain't finishing in the top half, but like I say, man, any else is just Glazers 2.0, but they can do good well with Windows. But we move. I'm big up to Samurai for gifting 5 memberships as well. If he gifted you a membership, people, make sure you say thank you, big him up in the chat, all that good stuff. Much appreciated. Was the Amorim the board's only option for managers' choices. Yeah, Chindu, I think so. Because I think they panicked. I'm not going to lie. I think they legit panicked. Because they realized, oh shit, we made a mistake with Ten Hag. Who can we go get? Because for whatever reason, they had U-turned and said, all right, we're going to stick with Ten Hag. Why? I have no idea. Absolutely idiotic decision. You had all the evidence to sack him, to the point you actually agreed to sack him. This is why you interviewed new managers. So you lot all unanimously agreed Ten Hag wasn't the guy. But then because your approach to hiring a new manager was so piss poor, you then had to go back to him. Just amateurish. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen it. Spurs, as much as we criticize and run jokes, Ange was like their seventh choice. They didn't pivot back to who? Who got sacked before Ange? Who was it? Was it
No. No, it was Conte.
Conte. They didn't U-turn, so they didn't go to 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth choice. Didn't get their top 5 and go, all right, we're gonna go back to Conte. They kept going. What kind of nonsense is that? I've never heard so much. That is amateur level. Bear in mind, the only person we actually interviewed was Tuchel, so they had one plan. Didn't get Tuchel. All right, well, we've got no other plan. Let's pivot. It's just very amateurish, and it's like it stinks of just winging it, which you can do in life. I wing it in life. Many of us have probably winged stuff in life that we really should. You are at Manchester United Football Club as owners. Can't be winging shit. There has to be a full thought out process. It has to be fully thought out, fully fleshed out plan. This is the plan, short term, medium term, long term. This is why we're going for this guy. Yeah, it stinks. So yeah, I think they just to your point, Chindu, I think they just panicked because they didn't. That's another thing. I don't think they expected it to be as bad as with Ten Hag as it was, which all the evidence would have told you it was going to be that bad. Why give this man more? But he's already failed spectacularly the season before. But yeah, you lot think giving him more help is going to have all this nonsense. They brought in what? How are you a manager and they brought in 2 managers? Make that make sense. I've never seen that in football before. If someone can remember a time, I've never seen that happen where a manager has had 2 legit managers alongside him, not assistants. Van Nistelrooy and I think it was Heck were brought out of jobs that they was the head coaches. They was brought out of management to babysit this guy. So this guy needs all this help. And you decided to keep him, but we're going to bring not one, we're going to bring in 2 man. Like Van Nistelrooy's a manager, people. Like he was managing in Holland, I believe it was PSV. He left here and went Leicester. He's a manager. Heck was managing, I think, in Holland as well.
Yeah, Twente, I think.
Yeah. Like what we do. But yeah, Darryl, the board should be getting flamed, but you know why they're not? Because it's Ineos. Because if the Glazers did this, we'd butcher them. We've butchered the Glazers for doing less. And they're cretins. But we have butchered them, man, for doing way less in regards to man. We've butchered them for keeping managers on for too long, which is rightfully so. But these man kept a manager on for so long, agreed to get rid of him. Their approach to getting the next manager was so piss poor that they then U-turned to go get him back and gave him more money. And then it got worse, and then they delayed sacking him for so long. We had 3 international breaks, and they were so pig-headed that they stuck their head in the sand and didn't sack him. And then waited, and then waited, and then waited, and then brought in Amorim to a complete mess. And now I've messed him up to the point where now if he doesn't perform well, he gets sacked. Who did they go and get? Fucking
wow, I don't even know him. I'll be so real. Like you can attack managers, but I'll be real. Like the last thing you want is a situation where like another manager comes in mid-season.
Yeah, absolute nonsense, man. Foolishness, man. Yeah, the Ashwell situation, nonsense. Chase a man down for that long and then realize he's not it because they didn't do their due diligence. How are you so far apart in your approach? Because surely Ten Hag being sacked, well, because you lot were assessing him was a part of the conversation. So how can he want Eddie Howe or Southgate and you're at Tuchel and De Zerbi? How? How can I be hiring Jez to come work at my food shop and he wants to make a certain cuisine and I'm the complete opposite? Jez is saying, yeah, I'm making Ghanaian food. And I'm like, nah, I want to cook Italian. And it isn't until I hire him that we realize that we're completely cooking different foods. Make that make sense.
Exactly.
screams of just incompetence, man. Incompetent. But Nice tells you these men were incompetent.
The
Because they
fans
got
did say
previous.
it. The fans did say it.
Fucking joke, man. The more that I think about it, the more that I state these things, it's even more wild what they got. And why I didn't want people have the cheek to ask me why I didn't want him in the first place. Kiss my ass, man. Well, yeah, people. On that bombshell, continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm gonna get predictions from the man them as well. Jess, we will go to you first and foremost. Southampton at home.
Just put a 1-0 in the back, man. Just put the 1-0 in the back, man, and just win and keep it stepping, man. Just win and keep it stepping.
What are you saying? Southampton at home.
3-0 Spurs, man. Easy win still.
Yeah, I think you beat them too. I'm not gonna lie, because they are dreadful. They are.
No, they're awful, but you know what it is here? It's not even like there's like a Spurs thing, but I'm saying like, see, people say how like he went like a game where he could definitely get sacked. Like if you don't win, like even if you draw this one, I think this is the type of game I think he could then. I think then say like he's getting sacked then. I think.
First, staying with you, just Frankfurt at home, Europa League next Thursday.
Our home or the Devils?
That's at your place. It's at your place the first leg.
I said this already, man. Like people call me crazy, but I think actually they're saying that I don't rate. I rate Frankfurt, but I don't think that they're good personally. Like, I think we can beat them, but I don't know what Spurs turns up, man. How much is saving 2-2? I'm gonna say 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2.
Yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, 2-2 stuff.
2-2. That'd be a good result. Actually, it's not the worst result. I suppose it's not.
It's not like as long as you don't lose. As long as you don't lose going away, I think it's not a bad result. But
because you don't rate Frankfurt. Obviously, you be watching the Bundesliga. Like, you don't rate Frankfurt like that, do you?
Like not like they're a decent team, innit? Like they can give you trouble, but let's say it this way: if they beat us, I don't think necessarily that it's because of how impressive they are. It's more so because of how bad we are. Then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like they're beatable. Let's say it this way: they're beatable.
Yeah. First, big up to the chat. What you lot saying? Chindu says Tottenham 3-0. Duncy saying that's for the Southampton game. Southampton 2-1. Samurai saying 2-0 Spurs. 1-1. The same for Frankfurt as well. Samurai saying Frankfurt have quality. I have no idea. So for that one was Frankfurt.
They got like I think the key players to look out for obviously Hugo Ekitike, Hugo Larson, Nathaniel Brown. That's pretty much it. I don't think they have that much quality, to be honest. Like, I think people heard names like Hugo Ekitike, and then they think they got like they don't have a lot of quality, to be honest. I think a lot of praise rather than the players, it should be the manager personally. And Dino Topmuller is his name. I think he should get a lot more credit than the players, in my opinion, for how he has transformed them going into this. Like nobody was expecting them to be this good this season. Well, at the start of the season, so yeah, man. I don't like I said, man. They're beatable. Let's say it this way: they're beatable.
Yeah, people, make sure you run up the likes on there, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, follow us on Spotify as well. Wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV, this show, all the other shows you see on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows, and the gaming content, available on all audio platforms as well. I'm patterning it on Spotify, still having some issues with the visuals on there. But go to Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow us, 5-star us, all that good stuff. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts as well. Go over to the playback. Make sure we'll be live there later on today. Watch alongs galore, people. You got Everton, Arsenal, 12:30 p.m. UK time. Then following that, you've got Real Madrid versus Valencia. I believe it's Valencia. Yeah, Real Madrid. Is it Valencia? I think so. I believe it is Valencia. That is 3:15 p.m. UK time. Then we're back watching the Premier League with the Aston Villa Nottingham Forest game. And then we're back watching the Liga. That is 8 p.m. UK time, where Barcelona take on Real Betis. And then we're back. That's all on the Sarcasm City TV playback. Then we're back here on the YouTube, 10:30 p.m. UK time, Manchester United Arsenal show, another crossover. That's the new time for it. So Duncy will be there, TJ will be there, Tony will be there, talking all things Manchester United Manchester United and Arsenal. And then following that, the Yardman Show, people, Premier League podcast. So let's Kaneki and Javon will all be there as well. Yeah, I was right. Real Madrid. So yeah, Everton, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Valencia, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Barcelona, Real Betis. That's the 4 watch-alongs tomorrow on the playback. And then, like I said, the 2 shows on the YouTube. Manchester United Arsenal podcast, 10:30 p.m. UK time. Then the Premier League podcast, Yardman edition. But everything I mentioned is all on the schedules here on the YouTube, also on the playback schedule as well. Flawless, am I in the States or overseas? I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK. Manchester, Samurai. And Tasai says, Flawless, any NBA today, though? No NBA today, people. No NBA today. It's the game.
Playoffs next week, people.
But yeah, playoffs will be soon back. So I'll do a courtside commentary. The Talk Your Ish fan calling show will be an NBA prediction show as well. So I'll be writing down predictions from everyone anyway. But yo, De Niro, anything you want to add before we close out, fam?
Literally, nah, man. Good show, man. Big up the chat. Big up Flawless. Big up Jez, man. And we big up Jacob as well, even though he's not here. And yeah, man, Ange out, man. You get me, pussy, bro. Ange out, man. Straight up.
Yo, Jez, anything you want to add before we close out?
Nah, not really, man. I think I said everything I had to say now. And what 8 more Premier League weeks to go, man. You know what the Premier League should do? You know what the Premier League should do? Let us just play the next, like, you know how they should let us play today. They should us play tomorrow. They should let us play all the days. Let us actually finish our games, man, and so that we don't have to think about it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like low key, if the Premier League are not tickets, man, they should do this low key, and so we don't have to wait till like May for the season to end, so we can just end our season now. But yeah, man, obviously, man, people, man, stay blessed, stay safe. You know what it is, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but people, we're gonna redirect. I don't know if he's finishing out, but we're gonna redirect over to Omar. Let me actually check because he might actually be. What's it called? Hold up. Because if he's closing out, I'll just redirect and send you over to Gunner. Omar. And big up to Samurai for the super chat. Says big up the panel in the chat. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate the super chat from you, Samurai. Appreciate you gifting the 5 memberships as well and joining the membership yourself as well.
No, of course, thank you so much for, of course, having us again, Omar.
Yeah, Omar is
great second episode.
Yeah, close now, yeah.
Yeah, he is. So that's why, all right, I'll send you lot over to Gunner. That's why I had to double check that. But you lot, big up to Samurai in the chat. And yeah, man, Samurai, man, you get the late shows over here on the Sarcasm. I try and cater for all time zones. So you get the early shows, the 4:30 p.m.s and on the Mondays, the Tuesday, the Thursday. On Friday, I'm patting in the earlier show as well. But we got to get the late shows in as well for everyone else who's in a different time zone. You already know. That's what it is, man. Try to cater for all time zones. Is he like April 5th? Is he live now, this joke, man? Is Vader actually pulling his finger out and actually working? I just seen that. Let me double check. I might send you that over here, but I think he's running late. It's got proper on the island time. Let me just double check. Let me see what he's saying. The gubernatorial nigger himself. Let's see.
No, the Black Ten Hard, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. This guy, his gaslighting is ridiculous. Make sure you lot subscribe to Vader Games TV. Because it's saying he's going to be live. It said upcoming at 1. That's what it is. Let's see. I'm just double checking now. I think someone redirected over to him as well because we need to get him to 1K still because he's just gone over 900 followers. And then Sunday, people, as well, you get the Brentford-Chelsea game on the Sarcasm City TV playback. You'll get the Manchester Derby game, obviously United City, here on the YouTube and on the playback. And then following that, you'll get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And you'll get the Manchester United Liverpool podcast, Barbados edition as well. But yeah, I don't know.
Actually, can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course, man.
What's it called? Where do you think KDB is going to go this season? Not after the season.
Probably Saudi.
Probably, yeah.
Probably Saudi.
I don't know why, but I have a slight feeling that City's going to buy Florian Wirtz this summer.
Hopefully not, man. Last thing we need is done with fucking Wirtz and Mamouche, you know. That's a problem.
Because I know people are scared of Bundesliga players, yeah, but City don't usually get Bundesliga players wrong like that.
Yeah, like we don't need.
It's like, can't lie, man. I was thinking about it, like, who do they? Because I'll be honest, they can't be reckoned into next season to Phil Foden as like the main guy to replace. Nah, man. No, Philip Water. No, Philip Water. Come on, man.
Yeah, He has fallen off a fucking cliff. He really
Chat,
has.
I always remember, man. You guys, chat. You guys try to tell me, man. I was hating and saying everybody's fault by him. Oh man.
Chat was on your case. Chat's been that way at points. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I know what I'm saying before. Like, I'm somebody. Like, I'm somebody like, man, this shit happens. Now I'm like, yeah, cool. You know, I'm like, I check my hate chat. Yeah, okay, I got this. I will be back later again. And look at it now, man. Look at it now. Like, slandering, like, bro, like a phone stinker is a regular thing these days now. Nobody even speaks about it these days now.
Yeah, because it's
It's no
normal.
problem.
That's why.
I'm
All
telling
right.
you.
I'm gonna send you lot over to Vale. If he goes live, he should go live shortly because it said April 5th. So let's know. Oh yeah, I'll send you lot over to the gubernatorial done and see what's what. So just put Sarcasm City TV raid in this chat, run up the likes, and ask him why he's late. Be like, yo, why are you late? That's what you lot need to do. Let's go question him up and be like, what's going on with the 115, you cheating bastards? That's what you lot need to do. So big up, love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast, Man United pod meets the Talking at Tottenham Talk pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.